tight. Guard the doors both day and night. Passwords strong like shields of gold. Love and wisdom shared in bold. Protect our circle, keep it clear. Online shadows lurking near. Guard your fire, don't let it slip. Family strong with cyber tips. Fishing lines in waters deep. Don't let them pull what you keep. Links they shine, but traps they weave. Trust your heart, don't be deceived. Protect our circle, keep it clear. Online shadows lurking near. Guard your fire, don't let it slip. Family strong with cyber tips. Every click we take, be wise. See through all their clever lies.
You bought smart devices to make life easier, but could they be making your family less safe? Welcome to Family Cyber Tips Daily. Today, I'll show you how to lock down your smart home, from your TV to your tablet, so your family stays protected in a connected world. We're going to look at what a smart device is. Crucial. You get it right from the get-go. Okay? Why should parents care? Anything that connects to the internet and collects data is smart. As simple as that. Think smart TVs, baby monitors, voice assistants like Alexa. What's the other one? There's so many. Not the Siri, because that's on a smartphone, but voice assistants like Alexa. That's the one I know. Tablets, gaming consoles, doorbell cameras like Ring. I'm sure you're getting to pick up a vibe on what a smart device is. All those I've mentioned, and there are a lot more, are smart devices. You even have a washing machine that you can control. A smart device, your light. We've not even gone into there. These devices are convenient, but also there could be entry points for hackers if not secured. And that's why we are focusing on this video, or at least exposing you, to risks that can be associated with this lovely thing called smart device. I use them, and I can tell you that they are very useful, but I've locked mine down. And whilst I've done that for myself, I'm sharing it with the community, rightly so. So let's look at the real risks of an unsecured smart home. So it's one thing decking up and, having all those convenient things, but let's see what risks are associated. I hope after this you get to grips, or at least you start thinking of securing, your home. Hackers can spy. Just that word spy should get you up from the seat. Hackers can spy through your smart cameras. Yes, they can. Okay? They can hijack your child's tablet or toy. Now, when I say hijack, I'm not just saying they'll hold, when you hear hijack, you think steal or take it by force. No, hijack in the digital sense, where they take control. Yes, they take control of your child's tablet or toy. So the tablet or toy is now not doing the things that you, the parent, and the child want it to do. You're basically sticking to what the hijacker wants, because they've hijacked it. You have no control over the toy or tablet. Hackers can do those. They can also steal your personal data via weak Wi-Fi. enough said, really. In some cases, strangers have even spoken to kids through baby monitors. And thank God that's kind of less, in the papers or online now, as in reports about them. But it is possible. It is possible. Yeah, Shiva. Those hackers, they really don't have a heart. But the good news are that the risks are preventable with a few quick steps. Okay? So I know when I started the video, it's possible for you to say, "Oh, Lawrence, why are you, pouring sand into my business?" And that for the modern folks is, why are you killing my joy? Because smartphones, or rather smart home devices or smart devices, they're convenient, they're lovely, they're trendy. So I'm not spoiling your fun. All I'm saying is that the risks that I have just shared are real, but they're preventable. If you steady or just stay still for a few minutes or so, through few quick steps, you secure those smart devices, okay? Let's look at what those are very quickly, all right? So I'm going to share five easy steps to secure your family devices. The first, and I think it's on one of the slides, I believe it's this one. Yeah. Change default passwords. Vital that you do that. You shouldn't assume, it breaks my heart, but I know that there's so many parents, so many families who are still using the default passwords that came with whatever smart device that they have bought. And they did it from a place of love, and convenience. But if you don't change the default passwords, the hacker also knows those passwords, because those passwords are even detailed in the manual. So it blows my mind that we don't even look at the manual again because you feel you know what's in there. But believe me, you don't. Most of you don't. So change the default passwords. Their passwords often, they come with admin username, admin password. So if a hacker comes or hijacks a smart device, a smart tablet, smart toy, once they hijack it, they can control everything. But if you change the passwords, the default passwords, then you've stopped them in their tracks. And that's why I said that quick steps, easy. So change default passwords, use strong, unique ones instead for every smart device you own, okay? A second will be update device software regularly. As you can see, again, I'm leaving it on the screen so you can see them, okay? Turn on auto updates if available. Don't shy away from these things. Like I said, if you want to enjoy the convenient toy or gadget, which smart devices mostly are, then do those things. Do these things I've shared with you. Change default passwords, update device software regularly, and turn on auto updates if available. And then you can see on the screen, use guest networks for devices. Keep smart tech separate from personal devices. Okay? Now that bit is slightly techy, but I can talk you through it. All I want you to do is engage in the comments. Tell me you want me to have a walkthrough or how to keep smart tech devices separate, the guest network things that I've shared, then I will make time for it. If there's no real request, and I keep my information to myself until someone asks for it, okay? But please use guest networks for devices. If you don't know what a guest network is, let me know in the comments and I'll do you well. I promise, okay? And the fourth that I'll share, I'll give you one bonus one, is enable parental controls, as again, you can see on the screen, okay? Limit app downloads and device access for kids. You are in control. Extend that control to the digital space, especially on those smart devices, to keep them safe, okay? Please. The fifth, and what I'm calling the bonus tip, will be to disable features you don't use. And it might mess with your mind how many features we don't use. In fact, for me, it's a confirmation that we don't need the smart device. We've bought it because, and I'm making an assumption, we've probably bought it because we see other people buy it. But these things compact with features. And you find that because you may not need all those features, there's an easier or cheaper smart device that you can buy instead of buying the very big one that you're not really going to, exploit all the features. That said, if you do buy the smart devices that have lots of features, then disable those features because you don't use them. Features like mic, camera, Bluetooth, if you don't use it, turn it off, okay? These steps can be done from your phone. It doesn't really need too much drama. You can do this, via your phone in less than 10 minutes per device. I promise you, okay? So having said that it's that easy, why won't you do that, okay? Let's look at another area as we bring this to a close, and that is monitoring and managing your network, okay? Keeps and puts you in control. Use apps like Thing, Home Network Security, or even your router's own app. And you use those to see what's connected, who's connected. If you are managing it, or if you're using these things, you need to know from time to time if the people who you want connected to it are connected. Okay? I'm trying to look at the comments and I'm reading it. Usually I'll read it before I bring it to the screen. If it's useful, I will. But Snaze is saying, so you can be opening a game and the hijacker can just randomly open. I don't know what that is. I'm guessing it's some sort of plug or game. But ultimately, there are risks associated with smart devices, okay? Another thing that we can do as we monitor and manage our network is get alerts about new devices, okay? It's important because the vendor is constantly improving how those devices work. If you're not updating or if you disable notifications, you won't know when they've dropped an update because of a security flaw or a security hole that can affect your entire family. Okay? So enable notifications on these new devices so that you can enjoy and take on the updates that the vendor sends your way. Okay? Another thing that you can do whilst monitoring and managing the network is to block unknown or suspicious access. There's a section in the admin console, it's behind the scenes, that will actually show you if there's rogue activity happening. Because you'll see some connections that are coming in or some logins that you don't recognize. Your router is the digital front door to your home. And it just makes sense that you, the head of the home, or any administrative rep that you choose who is of age, you keep it locked. Absolutely keep it locked. Okay? See, these things I'm sharing with you, really, if you do them, and I said that they're easy steps, so there's no real drama. These things are easy. Okay? If you do them, you certainly be on the right track. And then you can enjoy this new connected world, connected fridge, connected washing machine, connected lights. You can charge your car from your sitting room or living room. All these things are smart devices. And like I said, you can control them all by, using your phone, and you can control lights. was just going to see if I could put off the lights. I don't think that might be wise. I'll hold off. But ultimately, smart devices by design are to make things convenient. And I've always said that the things that are good for us, the enemy wants to counterfeit it, make it so bad that we all move away. And of course, that means we miss out on the convenience that these things provide. The one thing I can tell you for free is that smart devices are here to stay. As long as you have young ones and you, as time moves on, we would always want to have one. Some even use it, and so that you see there's some benefits. Like if you travel, for example, you can get a smart device that you can control from abroad. Many who travel now go and they can connect to their Ring app and find out what's in front of the house. If someone knocks the door, they can communicate. All those things are smart devices. If you want your house to be freshened up with an air freshener, there's a way you can, plug a device in the wall and you can put it on and it comes up every so often. Smart devices. If you want to put on the lights, security lights when you're away, I'm just dropping hints. I'm not saying go and break the bank and get these things done. No, but just know what they are. But whilst you're engaging or binging on these things, make sure you're doing everything and more that we have suggested today. Okay? It is a beautiful thing to have. Not everybody can afford it, but when you can, make sure that you are doing it securely. Okay? Like I said, smart devices are here to stay. All right? Start with one device today. For example, don't go and buy all the devices and say you're going to get all smart in your home. No, just start with one device. Binge on that regularly. Do things that I've mentioned today. But ultimately, make security a habit. Okay? If this has helped, do the usual. Please give it a thumbs up if you indeed liked it. Share the information with another parent who needs to hear this. And I bet there's so many. Okay? This is Family Cyber Tips Daily, where we help you stay safe, one device at a time. I've been your host, Lawrence Edem. Until tomorrow at 6 p.m. God bless and goodbye.